Hello. So I almost did not make a video tonight because honestly, I was feeling a little depressed, y'all. Like, I was good, and then I got a realization that occurred. Let me tell you. So I need some new tennis shoes, right? I've been going to the gym every single day, and my body is like super tired, super sore. I've been doing the gym like overkill, and I was like, let me rest the next 2 days. And I was like, I need some new tennis shoes. Like, I can't walk around with these busted tennis shoes anymore. Like, I just have to get some. And tennis shoes, like gym shoes, they're not cheap. The nice ones I want the Nike kind. I want the New Balance kind, and they're like over $100, right? And so I was looking up the shoes online, and something just told me, like, let me measure my foot. And so I took out the little measurement thing that came with my weight scale that I got from Walmart, and lo and behold, I found out that my foot is 2 inches larger than what I'm used to. And I'm like, oh my God, it has happened. My foot has grown 2 inches. Not overnight, but it seems like overnight because I didn't pay attention. But my foot is now 12 inches in total. And I'm 5'5". I'm officially an L, y'all. Like, geez. And you know what? I knew this day was coming, but I was hoping it wouldn't come. Because my mom, ever since I've known her, she's wore a size 12. My dad has like a 14-inch foot. So I knew it was coming. I just didn't think, I don't know, I just would never be ready for having a 12-inch foot. But here I am. It's my feet. I can't change it. I'm going to be confident with my big feet. I'm going to walk around with my big feet. I'm going to make sure my feet are comfortable in gorgeous shoes that make me feel good and confident. I'm going to wear my cute little toes out once I get them done. And that's that. Okay. Okay, I have my retainer in, so I'm talking a bit funny. But that was the first reason I got depressed. The second reason was because I got a phone call from my mom, and she was like, oh, the state of Mississippi is coming after you for $200. They sent you to collections because I didn't do my taxes when I worked while I was going to college over there. How cheap of them, right? And so I do not like being in collections. Like, it makes me so anxiety filled because I check my credit report all the time and it's not showing up on the credit report. Okay, I will give the state of Mississippi that they don't take stuff seriously. They handle it under the table. They won't send you to collections or jail. They'll just give you forever to pay it off. So I do have to give the state that. And I had to pay other stuff. But you know what? I'm almost done with this state. Thank God. And I feel like, I'm thankful it has not reached my credit report. That's all I care about because I've worked so hard to up my credit score, but that's none of y'all's business. Anyways, that's just 2 reasons why I was too depressed to make a video. Number 1 was my feet grew, and I have to, take some time to be like, okay, I'm no longer a size 10. I'm a size 12. Woman's 12 now. I'm a size woman's 12. And that is going to take some time getting used to. And, another fact that I got annoyed is because I wanted to spend money on the shoes. I didn't want to spend money on collections, paying taxes and stuff for the state of Mississippi when I can spend that money on getting some Nike V5s from athleticfootwear.com. Like, what the heck? And I'm like, dang, it happens again and again. It's always something, you know what I mean? Like, when can I spend my money on me? I want to buy jewelry. I want to buy shoes. I want to buy a new pair of glasses when I drive. I want all these things. And then, oh, it's like, hey, like, we're sending you to collections. Like, yeah, such BS. But you know what? Like, I get it. The state of Mississippi is very poor. And so they do want, non-residents to pay whatever they make. And they tell us, you think you're going to come over here and work a job and not give us a cut of the pay? Like, I understand. This isn't my territory, so I'll give you $200. It's no big deal. I know you're struggling, But moving on, I'm glad I got on here to make a video. And what do you guys think of this foundation? I think it's darker than my face because my neck is lighter. This is the foundation I first wore when I got into makeup. Makeup Forever, Skin Matte Velvet, Complexion Y445. And I just love the texture of this foundation. It feels amazing. It's breathable. I took some of my best photos ever in this foundation, and I love the way it feels. But the topic for today is to stay consistent. The fact that I almost did not get on here was a tell sign of my past bad habits. And you know what? I'm done with my bad habits. I've done with all of them, and I can't say I'm done with all of my bad habits and then repeat the same thing I've done in the past. So, staying consistent has been a huge flaw of mine. I remember, in the past, people would tell me like, oh, you have this, you have that, you're going to go so far in life. And I would just stop and think, I'm like, what if I don't use it? I'm not going to go anywhere. Like just because I'm this and that doesn't mean I'm going to put myself out there and show that to everybody and socialize properly to get anywhere. Sorry, I've been studying real estate, and I have this retainer in my mouth. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways. But yeah, that always was so funny to me because they'll be like, oh, you're this and that, you'll go so far. I'm like, I'm not going to go anywhere if I just sit on the couch and watch TV and not do anything and scroll on my phone like I really want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, I don't like doing nothing. Doing nothing is so fun for me. Like I love it so much. And I'm so shocked that so many people in the world have all this energy to socialize and go here and go out into 104-degree weather and exercise with each other and go running. And it's like the activities are endless, but it's too hot. Like, it's too hot. I'd rather just sit inside and watch crime shows. And I still do things, like I do my skincare, I get my steps in, and I'm making a video. Here I am doing things and studying for my goals. I still get stuff done, but I'm not like super, especially when it's hot. It's just too hot. It's too hot to do anything, y'all. At least to me. And I don't want to burn out my nervous system. I've burned out my nervous system before trying to keep up with everyone and do it all. And I'm watching the go-getters from a distance. I don't know how they do it. The psychopaths from a distance do it all out in the heat. And I think it's amazing. Not calling them psychopaths. They're amazing. But I'm saying the whole topic of today is to stay consistent. Because, the fact that, yeah, maybe I do have talent. Maybe I do look decent and presentable. Maybe I do have a good voice. Maybe I do know how to communicate. Maybe I do have charisma. Maybe I have this and that. Maybe I know how to dress. If I have all these things and I'm not consistent with anything that I do, I will literally get nowhere. And that's what I don't like about life. Like, I hate that it takes so much effort. I guess if you're starting from like not much, it takes so much effort to do anything and get anywhere, and it takes so much consistency, and it just takes an insane amount of energy. And I'm like, how do people not get burnt out? But I don't know. But you know, I have to do what's best for me. And sometimes that means taking it slow. Sometimes that means doing nothing. Unfortunately, a lot of times that doesn't get me to meet my goals in a fast amount of time. And it may put me behind. But, you know, I still have to do what's best for my mind, body, and soul, my well-being, and it is what it is. And when I don't do that, I regret it. I get burnt out, I don't feel good, I get sick, and it's just not pretty. And then I end up doing nothing. But yes, I love doing nothing. Shout out to the girls out there who love doing nothing as well. I wish we could all just like sit on the beach, do nothing, go to the spa, take a little low impact workout class, drink some lemon water after. I'm not into matcha like that anymore. It's too much sugar. And just relax, read a book, paint, lay on the couch, do nothing. Like, can we make doing nothing a monetized sport? Like, let's make it happen. Like, it needs to happen. I feel like the feminine energy in the world is craving rest. Like, just let us do nothing. We've done the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to do nothing. We need to do nothing. Let's do nothing. And not be scolded for it. Not be called lazy. And still get paid. Like, how can we do that? How? This is what needs to happen. Like, today. No, but I also wanted to say, I've noticed where the areas in my life that I am consistent with, I notice I do get a lot of envy in those areas, which is a good sign because it shows that it's paying off, right? And it's more like superficial areas because that's what I value most. I value my looks, I value my body, I value my health. So for example, I'm always in the gym. You cannot stop me from working out. Like, I'm always going to work out. That's one thing I'm always going to be consistent with. I'm working out right now as I'm talking to you guys, walking on the pad. That's one thing you'll never see me down on. You'll never see me fat, extremely fat. Most I'll get is like maybe 150, but that's fat for me, being 5'5". But you'll never see me like, you know, just fat. And that's one thing, you know, I have going for myself. But the other things, when it comes to like taking time out to study and like be consistent, I'm always consistent at work. Like, that's easy. You can just show up and do the job. Like, I get that. But when it comes to things I have to like study for and I don't know, anything else besides skincare and the gym, I have to put in effort. And sometimes I lack on being consistent in that. But, you know, consistency is all we have. If we're not consistent, we're not going to get anywhere. And so I just want to emphasize how important being consistent is. If I were consistent like years ago, I'd be so far ahead, but I don't regret the past. And as much as I love doing nothing will get me nothing. Unless there's somebody out there who will cash at me like $1 million, that would be great. By all means, please give me. Not begging, but I'm open to receive for sure. But yeah, you know, I just think that we have to stay consistent. And tell me how you guys stay consistent without burning out. I feel like I could use some pointers. I feel like this is a safe space where we can share how to be go-getters without burning out our feminine energy while honoring our bodies, honoring our rest. We all know so many amazing women who were go-getters and hustlers, and they got autoimmune diseases and you know, they injured themselves along the way. But you know, we want to have it all. We want to be able to rest and enjoy ourselves too. And how I balance that is, on my off days, I literally do nothing. Like, I sleep. And I sleep a lot. I order DoorDash, and I might eat it, and I might go back to sleep again. But I have to balance out with doing a lot with doing nothing. And as much as I do, then the least I have to do on my off days. And that's how I balance it out. And let me know how you balance it out. Thank you for watching, and let's be consistent together. Yeah.